Greetings and welcome to Paranormal Queen. I'm your host, Lisa Lano, and this is Music Meets the Macabre, where I take two of my favorite things and merge them into one. And that is my work as a paranormal researcher and psychic medium, as well as music. So, in this series, I interview different bands, hopefully, some of them are your favorites, and ask them about their paranormal experiences. It's a little bit different. It's not all about their music. It was a little bit deeper, a little bit more personal. I had the absolute pleasure and honor to interview Jyrki from the 69 Eyes. I am a super fan, and this was great. So stay tuned because he's got some interesting things to say. We are here with
Jyrki.
Linnankivi.
Nicely pronounced.
I'm trying.
Thank you. Very nice.
And it's like Emil, Pekka Emil?
Yes, exactly. And you know my last name,
Yeah.
Linnankivi. Yeah,
I'm trying.
it means castle rock.
It does.
It's very gothic,
cool.
and it's my real name, and so it's sort of like
Started
I
out
was
that way.
born into this.
Yeah.
It's
You
funny name, and it's very deep.
Wow.
It's not common. It's
No, I
only
would
few
imagine.
people who are my relatives who have that name.
Oh, that's
So it's
great.
already like a vampire
That's
last name.
right. And it's funny because you like American. I'm obsessed with Finland.
Okay.
I love
All right.
Finland, the weather, the culture.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with America. Yeah.
We have encountered a lot of paranormal things in people's homes. You wouldn't believe the things in people's homes that we've encountered.
Yeah.
My goal as a researcher is to help the living and the dead live at peace.
Nice.
Music meets the macabre. Because I am a paranormal researcher.
Yes.
I don't know if you know in Finnish what a medium is.
Yes, of course I know.
Okay, so talking to the deceased.
Yes.
And a psychic would be predictions. I was wondering if in your travels, because there's graveyards, there's churches,
Yeah.
there's old buildings, has anything ever happened that you can't explain?
Well, that's the whole point of my travels. I like to discover the answer or understand what's going on while I'm here.
Right.
And sometimes some places feel distantly familiar, and obviously, like I dream a lot. If I dream of a person that I know of, I'll usually contact that person, like how it's going, because you were just in my dream. And sometimes there's people first time ever, so I'm like, I have to contact that person right now and check out what's going on, because I just like to live in that kind of world. Like the world is like I want it to be. So, but I'm also like curious of being here. So, going to different places, seeing everything. I want to be present in this world and be present in this moment fully as possible. Earlier, probably I just wanted to sometimes disconnect myself, which meant that I was partying hard very, very early in the morning. But that was the moment I wanted to disconnect myself, but not anymore. So these places that I'm going into, I maybe I wait that there will be some answer or something which gives me answers what's going on, and maybe is there something that I should be aware of more? Is there some other meaning of my existence?
Right.
And also like there's like rock and roll has many. Obviously, like churches and various religious places are holy for people, obviously, but rock and roll has also holy places. For instance, like just here, I just went around the corner to see the Aerosmith house, which is a holy place for where the Aerosmith started, and which is a holy place for Aerosmith fans. And there's also a music store, Mr. Music, there, which has been there for 50 years or more. And that's kind of holy place where probably there's some probably holy like instruments. Yeah.
Have you been to Graceland?
And then we go to these other places like Graceland. That's definitely like a holy place for people to worship.
For you too.
Yeah, it's like you go there. It's like a religious experiment, and it's like represented that way. It's like it's a positive and but also very religious experience for anybody. Even though you wouldn't be like Elvis Presley fan, but you feel that there's something different, and it's represented that way. Also, like in America, during this tour, we went to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which
Yeah,
is
I saw that.
full of like artifacts which are holy for. Well, Jimi Hendrix guitar, come on, that is
I saw
definitely
him.
very powerful. You saw Jimi
I saw
Hendrix?
Jimi Hendrix in
Okay. Well, with
1968 or 9.
wow. Well, his guitar is as powerful.
When you were born.
Yeah. So his guitar is still there, and it
Yep.
has some magic there, I'm sure, and all these things. So going around the world and seeing different kind of holy places, rock and roll or religion related, that is something which is sort of my mission to exist, and I have a chance to do that because I'm curious about the life. Also, I'm in this crazy rock and roll bands that allows me to travel around the world to see these.
And I agree, music can be a spiritual or even religious experience. See, his thoughts go deeper than just being the singer and lyricist for the 69 Eyes. Next, you're going to hear his interests in paranormal stories. And I have to warn you, as a super fan, I get a little overzealous interviewing him. Yeah, I couldn't help it. So please pardon me for acting like a complete fangirl, but I just love the band so much. You'll see what I mean. Back to something serious. He's going to reveal a ghost story that happened to him. This is amazing.
Magic in itself could be written with ICK, the ending in magic as well, if you like. It's like it has a big role with the 69 Eyes because that has been a source of inspiration in many ways always, like since the beginning. One of the beginnings of the band is like leads to my early teenage travels, late teen rock fan going to New York, and I ran into all these people who were into white witchcraft, also vampires and voodoo. So those themes are there with the 69 Eyes music always. Still today. Afterwards, I've obviously seen many other things because those topics have been interesting me. But I put them to our music, and it's always positive, in a positive light.
It is.
It's like and also like some people might think that, and I always say that some things I've taken straight out from movies or comics, but honestly, like some things are most of things are straight from my life, and I've experienced a lot of different things, and I have this, which I think I'm fortunate to travel around and meet people like right now, because people somehow think that they have something in common with me, whether it's stories or liking our music or sharing something. So I'm really happy to communicate with people and learning from people, and hopefully through our music to bring some, little escape from daily life as well.
It does, but it also goes deeper. If you look at your interviews as to what the song means and what that song, it goes deeper and it touches our souls.
It's also pop culture, but there is obviously the deeper layer there. But I don't talk about that much. Sometimes I do, but it's not necessary. Yeah.
Some don't.
Yeah, thank you.
Fine.
Yeah, actually, that I seemingly happens, but it's on the other hand, it should be just crazy rock and roll and shake your pelvis, and that's fine. That's what we are supposed to do. Then
listen to your music and not move.
Yeah, shake your pelvis. That will reveal you from everything that it's buried inside yourself.
So you said something. If I may go back for a second about calling people when you have a dream, and we all are psychic. Everybody has that. I'm sure you do too. You have that intuition. Everybody has it.
Yes. Sixth sense.
So you may be on a higher journey.
I've been told rest all my life about those things since I was a kid.
It seems like
gypsies came to tell my mother, like, boy, something different and something like that. And that's entertaining to hear, and that's also like makes me more curious just to see around and meet people and solve this mystery. Well, you're more sensitive than the rest of the people. That's probably one of the answers in any kind of way. And I'm more into very into Christianity.
Yep.
And that's very interesting me. And I'm actually studying theology at the University of Helsinki at the moment. So just out of curiosity, and I want to learn that side, because there's also that because it's a science. So it has everything there.
Yeah.
Those things that you said and everything. It has all those subjects. Theology is very interesting. So I'm really lucky to be at this age still going back to the school and learning all these things, because I've seen everything.
You never stop learning until you die.
True.
And who knows?
We have like as a band, we had like supernatural kind of happening when we toured here just before COVID. We played in I think Long Island in New York in a very old club, and there was a story that in downstairs of the club there has been some murder, and then there's a ghost of a girl, and we didn't know about it. And then our bass player said later that he was there and he felt some cold going through the basement. Seriously, these are really true stories. And we didn't know about the ghost. We didn't know anything. We later on some told this up. And then during our show, all of a sudden we played a song called "Christina Death," which is well, could be of you. So the song. So about and then all of a sudden the fire squad came and they stopped the show and then they asked everybody to leave the venue all of a sudden and in the middle of Christina Death, and then everybody went out from the club, the band, the audience, everybody, fire squad did what they had to do, and then they said, okay, it's all good, you can go in. And then we continued Christina Death and the whole set till the end. And then afterwards we heard about the ghost, and maybe our bass player was like dancing with the ghost earlier or something. So that was something like later on we were scratching our heads like, that's interesting. And that's a venue which is close to Amityville, this movie horror house. Right. That's like a 10-minute walk from that venue. So it's kind of like, it's not here like here in Salem, these woods, but it's kind of, it was very interesting, and we're still talking about it once in a while. And now we had a meet and greet, and there was a guy there to meet us who was at show, which was like we played Christina Death, and then like all these firemen came in and so on. So that's something. That's as close as ghost stories I can tell.
Wasn't that crazy? I am so curious to know if there's anything else that happened. Oh, I hope I get a chance to interview him or anybody else from the band again. So we're just going to have a little bit of fun chit chat, and I hope you like it. In Albany for your first night. It was,
you were there?
Yeah, I was right in front of you.
All right.
I was the crazy one in the front, acting like a teenager.
All right. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Welcome back.
Oh, absolutely. I told you I was a fan. I'm not kidding.
Cool.
I was going to go to, I wanted to go to Mariluna, but you weren't playing it here. So.
Oh, yeah. That's a festival you have to experience.
Absolutely. I went to Wagner, but I want to go.
It's like a Mariluna is a festival where it's like over 30,000 goths on the old, airfields.
The goth community today reminds me of the hippies in the past.
Some of them are,
Everybody accepts everybody.
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't matter if you're wearing a pink shirt or if you're wearing all black. Nobody cares.
Yeah, it's true. Like when we started our band, we hang out in the place which was open to everybody and all the ideas and ideologies and different kinds of people. Nowadays, it feels sometimes that like that's the original idea of rock and roll in general. So sometimes it feels like like because now everything has to be explained so fully to be understood. But earlier,
You get
just
compared to elves.
everything was open, and it's rock and roll. It's
Exactly.
about freedom, no matter what kind you
I
are.
think I was the first goth
You
kid.
should be free to rock. So how was Jimi Hendrix? Where did you see?
And the Boston Gardens.
Wow.
When I was 14, I think.
Wow.
14.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Well, you've been compared to Elvis. You've been compared to, obviously Peter Steele. I think you sound like you.
Yes.
But there's elements of Elvis. There's elements of Peter Steele. There's also, to me, elements of Chris Harms from Lord of Lost. And elements of a fan of yours, which is Matteo Fabiani. Okay. From Hell Boulevard. Okay, yeah. But you sound like you.
Yeah, I'm inspired a lot of people and always getting inspired all the time from different artists and non-artists and fans, and just getting inspired. And like it's been quite fun to get older, so I can do crazy stuff on stage because I think it's just fun, and seems like people like it. Yeah, it's a lot of like crazy stuff. Which has, I don't know where it comes from, but I maybe I'm possessed. You can tell. But I mean, I'm excited about it, and I enjoy it a lot, and it's just like a lot of fun, and this is just like my lifestyle.
Keep doing it, rocking.
Sure.
And just enjoy. And I mean, you seriously.
That's why we are here. We are here to enjoy and, but the most of all, be present.
And do what you like.
And don't dump yourself with some chemicals or something like that.
That's not
just
smart.
Stay present and enjoy this moment, and you're going to be all fine.